What is up, guys? I'm back. So you guys, I got a little package for my car right here. Now this isn't nothing too big. This is a little thing I wanted to get. Like, I like adding little stuff to my car that will make it pop out a lot more. And this is one of them. And this is a tow hook. Now, like I said in my last video, I was thinking about going with yellow calipers. So I bought a yellow one, well, gold. But this is the little like secondary color that I want to add to my car. Aside from being gray and all black, I want to go with yellow calipers, yellow tow hook. I want to put a yellow strap in the back where the tow hook goes. There's a few other things I want to do to it, but most likely it's not going to be done in the outside. If not, it's going to be in the inside. Like, just the little accessories, I want to turn them yellow so I can have like a black and yellow theme. You know, it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, I just got this right now. I'm just waiting for the cloth material tow hook, the strap, and after that I'll show you a video of putting it on. So right now, this video that I'm doing right now is actually gonna be my top 5, not top 5, just 5 things I don't like about my car. And I don't have it written down or anything. I'm gonna just go through it and just pretty much tell you what I don't like about my car. So what I do is I grab a little flat one. I like to put it like in the little corner right here, and I just pop it out like this. It's not rocket science or anything like that. There's the hole. Hopefully this fits. I don't think it does fit. Right? Yeah, it doesn't fit. Fuck. Damn, it would have looked so beautiful though. Oh, that's a fail. I'll see if I could buy something to put on this to make it larger. That way it could fit into that little hole. But yeah, guys, this is a fail. But if anything, I will see if they have like an adapter. Like I said, maybe there's one that they sell in O'Reilly's. Just get in the car. So boom, guys. So top 5 things. Number 1, like I said, this is just coming straight out the top. I don't have this written down or anything. But if I could be asked, you know, top 5 things that you don't like about this car. Number 1, definitely space. If you're a 6'5" up guy, if you're tall, you know, I really wouldn't suggest. I'm 6'1". I wouldn't suggest getting this car if you're taller than 6 feet, just because 1, there is not enough space. Like right now, I have my seat all the way back and nobody can sit next to me because I'm just far back, and it's just like, you know, it doesn't have that much space. The trunk has a lot of space. Some of you might not know me personally know that I had an MK5, GTI MK5, and the trunk space was not that big. It was pretty big for what I had, which was a 12-inch subwoofer, and the seats were pretty distant. They had their pretty good distance. I would have my seat all the way back, and somebody would fit right behind me with no problem. But in this car, in the Audi A3, they are not the same. Like, they might be the same. They have the same model. MK5 and Audi A3s are the same. Are one and the same. First of all, same engine, same motor, same engine, same motor, same transmission, downpipes, everything. They're all the same. Now, with that being said, that GTI had way more space than this Audi A3 does, and it sucks because this is a sport wagon. Now, a hatchback is supposed to be pretty short, and sport one is supposed to be, you know, have more space. But this does not have more space than an NK5, and it's weird. Like, how does a sport wagon not have more space than a hatchback? It makes no sense. But definitely number one, space, seating, space, and everything. Definitely. Two is the pricings, not the pricings, the how expensive parts and maintenance is. And now, this is a 2010 Audi A3. I've said this a couple of times. I always like to remind you guys. This is a Quattro, TFSI engine. Now, this car, the parts for it are extremely hard to find and expensive. That's one thing. That's a TFSI. The parts for this car are so hard to get. Like, for me to get a downpipe is like, it was so hard for me to find a downpipe, and like, cause like people don't you really don't find people selling parts for this car like that. And when you find a part, it's like expensive. For example, the downpipe for this car is $250. Now people are probably gonna be like, boo-hoo, like you're you know, it's a downpipe. Of course it's supposed to be expensive. Not quite. Cause the other Audi that I had, the Audi A3, had an FSI engine in it. That one was front wheel drive. And the downpipe for it was $80. Which is, you know, stainless steel cutlass. And that downpipe cost me $80, and it was a perfectly good downpipe. And for this one, it's $250. It's $150 difference. Like, it blows my mind every time, because it's like Jesus, like. And that's why low-key is kind of hard for me to like bring you guys context, because, you know, I have a lot of stuff to pay. It's not like, you know, I have every cent that I get is for this car. You know, I trust me, I freaking wish I would be spending money on this car like it was Christmas. Number three, that was number two. Number three would be, honestly, like, it's hard to say, but okay, number three, I would say how high this car is. Now, when you, like, I'll probably post a picture right here, right now, or anything like that, so you can see. Now, factory stock height for this car is insane. This car looks legit like a monster truck. It's like, why is it so high? Like, you see Beamers, like Mercedes, and they're not high. They don't have the type of highness. Like, this one, if it legit feels like a monster truck. When you're in it, you don't feel that high, but when you're outside and you look at it, the car feels ginormous. Like, it looks and feels like it's ginormous. I don't like that. I like my cars to be like a good amount of space from my tire, like, you know, like. This is, in my opinion, this car is meant to be more of a, you know, like race type, or more like a show car. So when you see the stock height for this car, you just like I definitely have to lower that car. It's too high. Like, it's insane. So number three is definitely high. Now, me, later in the future, I'm hoping that I can put this car in bags. I want to put the V2 lift performance kit on this, so I can have my car lower, you know, higher, whatever I want. That is one of the things that I mostly strive for, because I don't really do much suspensions work on any of my cars. I don't really do much suspension work. I don't really do any suspensions work. But that's definitely a thing that I'm definitely gonna plan on doing. There's a Golf R in front of me. It would be a nice race with them like that. Yeah. It was an old guy driving that Golf R. 4. My 4th. Oh, he's just passed me. It's nice. I mean, I'm going 50, so I'm assuming he's gonna pass me. My 4th thing that I do not like about this car is I don't like how it's quick for this car to get rust in the fenders and in the bottom skirt. And it really pisses me off because it's like, bro, like this is a 2010. How is this car 9 years old and it's already getting like rusted like that? Now, a lot of people say, you know, like, oh, it always depends on where you live, and that's facts. That's true. I'm not saying that's not a thing, but like at the same time, it's like corrosion shouldn't happen that fast. Like the person that I bought this car came from Vermont. Now, Vermont is a very, very salty place. They always, you know, get snow, they always get salt and all that stuff. But you know, it's like crazy. Like how? Like I've seen plenty of Hondas, Beamers, or anything that have dealt with salt, being driven in salt and stuff. And they have corrosion, but it's not as bad as this. Now I'm not bashing Audi. You know, Audi is legit my favorite company ever. Like if they tell me choose a company that you would like to own, it would be definitely Audi. No other company. Well, Audi is owned by VW, so I'm being owned by somebody else. But like if they tell me like, oh, you get to own it, definitely Audi. Audi for a fact. I love Audis. I always loved Audi. Audi R8 is my main goal to get. Like an Audi R8 is my definite. The V10 Plus is my definite goal. That's like, I definitely have to get that car. Like somehow I have to get to that point. But definitely corrosion happening in this car a lot. It happens a lot. You know, like if you live in a place where you don't have that much snow and stuff like that, then you're in a good place. But when you live in Massachusetts, Vermont, you know, any of these areas around here is like pretty salty. So a lot of corrosion happens, and it happens fast. That's the other thing too. But that's number 5. This hatchbacks and sports wagon get dirty. That's definitely my number 5. How dirtiness this car gets. Like I could legit wash this car wash it nice and clean and everything, and by tomorrow there'll be like dirt and everything all around it. And the thing about not wax. The thing about hatches and sports wagon is that they tend to get dirtier than sedans. They tend to get dirtier than trucks, and that's insane. Like I don't know how, I don't know why, but you know, somebody tried to explain it to me one time. They're like, oh, usually it gets dirty like that is because how these cars are built, the dirt and all of it just clouds the back of your windshield and everything. It just gets dirty right away. And it's insane because it's like, Jesus, like it should never, like legit, I just cleaned this car like yesterday or 2 days ago, and there's already pollen everywhere, there's already dirt, and it's just too much. Just honestly too much. But honestly, those are like legit my 5 things I don't like in this car. I don't know, it's probably just me, but now don't get me wrong, you know, I'm not bashing this car. I freaking love this car with like all my heart. Like this car is honestly one of my favorite cars I've ever driven. This is why it's my second one. But you know, definitely space. I forgot what was the second one. space, prices about this car, you know, how dirty it gets, how high it is, you know. It's just something that it's something that you legit should be getting on a SUV. And it's insane. Like, I don't like how high this car is at all. Like, if you guys, I'm gonna put a picture, like I said, you guys make up your, like, I feel like this car is too high. Like, until I put some 19-inch rims or something like that, like I did in my other Audi A3, it won't look nice. Like, right now I'm driving on 17-inch. Once I put 19-inch, I don't care. The car will look dropped and it will look nice. But as far as driving on 17, maybe 18s, depending on how thick they are, it's not gonna look nice. And honestly, I don't know what to tell you, man. If a lot of people are into this car. A lot of people love this car. And the thing is, these cars are very nice. They're very powerful. But when it comes to those 5 things that I said, space, price, dirtiness, you know, freaking height, the height of the car, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Now, it's not that I'm saying that it's not worth it to buy. It's definitely worth it to buy. If you're thinking about buying an A3, then I would definitely go say buy one. Like, I'm selling mine, and that's because, like, oh yeah, I'm actually selling this one, but that's because I want to get into the older one, because I can do more modifications. I can buy more parts for that car. And I kind of got to know the engine a little more in that one. But I'm not assuring that I will sell it. If I do end up selling this car, I would end up selling it for like $8,000. But as far as right now, I love this car. I never have issues with it. I never had any problems with it, no, nothing like that. So yeah, those are my top 5, man.